Welcome to Conversations with the Empress, Freaky Friday edition. It's here. Before I even get started, for Freaky Friday, I try to get a little zhuzhed up. But honestly, I have to talk about thirst before I go to my Freaky Friday topic, because I go outside this morning to take my dog out like I normally do. Just normally, I'm not dressed provocatively, and not 5 minutes I'm out the door. Some guy on a bicycle riding past, see me with my dog, riding past, riding back and forth, riding back and forth. I was like, here it come. So he's like, my dog is trying to take a shit, and everybody knows me and my dog. When I take my dog out, I'm trying to get her to take a shit. I'm trying to go where I gotta go. I'm not thinking about nobody. So, furthermore, my baby is the shit, and I'm not checking for nobody. But thirdly, he's circling on the bike, and I'm minding my business. So he go, good morning. I ain't say shit. Good morning. I'm not trying to bother you. I said, you already are. He was like, oh. And he just pulled off. But I'm just like, bruh, I know this is the problem that I have with thirsty guys. This is what y'all don't understand. Women don't get dressed up and go outside for you to say something. We don't do this shit for you. Well, I don't, as a woman. I get dressed up for me. I like to look nice, because when you look good, you feel good. I'm not dressed up for you. If there's any man on this earth I'm dressed up for, it's my baby. All right? Anyway, I just had to say that. Sorry, that was a side note. Because I'm like, yo, it's 7 something in the morning and the thirst is already... I can't wear a dress. Anyway. Freaky Friday. So, I wanted to talk this morning about impact play. Impact play is any type of striking. So spanking, cropping, paddling, flogging, caning, anytime somebody is striking you, it's called impact play. I am very much into impact play. That's my favorite fetish. I love to receive impact play. I love to give impact play. That's because I'm a sadomasochist, so I like giving pain. I like receiving pain. It goes back and forth. But I think I might be more of a masochist because I like receiving pain more. But anyway, I have been to different types of BDSM clubs and stuff. There's Paddles in New York. There's Pangea in New York. There's also I can't think of that other one that's in the Wall Street district. Pendulum. And if you guys are curious about the lifestyle and you want to see stuff, you definitely could go to clubs. You don't have to play when you go to a club. There's lots of people that go and they just want to go to watch and because they're voyeurs, or they just want to see what is going on, what is this about. I feel some people feel they're not advanced enough to go to a club, or if they go to a club they feel they're going to be forced to play. It's not like that at all. You could definitely go to a club and just take it all in at your own speed. You could definitely sit there and just be a voyeur all night and just watch everybody. But I remember the first time I went to a club, I got to see so many things in real life that I never saw before, and it was very interesting. Me, I'm not a wallflower though, so when I go to the club I like to play. But anyway, impact play. If you like to be spanked, you might like impact play. So people vanilla people, you guys might be into kinky things and not realize they're kinky. If you like being spanked, if you like being choked, if you like being slapped other than on your ass, tied up, all those are kinky things. So you might be more kinky than what you think. My relationship with pain is interesting because unlike normal people, vanilla people I should say, I can get off on pain, and there are a lot of people like that. There are lots of ways that you can give people pain. So my favorite way to give and receive pain, well, for starters, is flogging. A flogger it looks like a whip, but it has a lot of tentacles on it. Okay, I think they're called falls or something like that. And you could have them made out of various different things. What are you doing? You can have them made out of various different things. They have ones that are made out of hard leather. They have ones that are made out of soft leather, suede, chain, lots of different things at various levels of pain. I enjoy a softer one for myself, for starters. It's like a warm-up thing. And whenever I do a session with someone, if they're not into pain, that's normally the first thing that I do is like a flogging session with them, because I know that will make them like it. What else? Crops. Crops I like too. Crops are those actual things that the jockeys use on the horse. You know, when they're on the horse and they hit the horse or whatever. That's also used for impact play. Really, impact play could be whatever you use. Like if you got a sandal and you beat somebody's ass with that, that's impact play. Crops, what else? Paddles are really nice because they come in a variety of different materials as well. You can get wooden, you can get leather. I even have an aluminum one, which is very mean. I'm going to throw a picture up of it so you guys can see it, but my aluminum paddle is about, I'll say 3 inches thick, 2 to 3 inches thick, and it's heavy aluminum. That's for some heavy players. When I say a heavy player, that means somebody that knows that they can take a lot, and normally they don't need warm-ups. You could just come in the room, 0 to 100 on them, and give them impact play, and they love it. I am not a heavy player. I'm a heavy player after I've been warmed up for a while, but you ain't coming into the room and just 0 to 100 on my ass. Like, that shit ain't happening. We gonna fight. It's levels to this shit, you feel me? But yeah, paddles are cool. For the more advanced players, canes. Canes normally are never nice. I mean, you could find somebody to wield a cane on you in a nice way, but canes are not nice. They are reserved for heavy players, and also for punishments because they hurt. Or if you're really into pain, and it would be heaven for you. But I've never met anybody who actually enjoyed being caned. That's why in other countries it's like corporal punishment, but they're not doing it for pleasure. They're doing it to really punish you. So I'm trying to think what else. Oh, and honestly, my favorite type of impact play and my favorite type of spanking is a simple over-the-knee spanking. Like, just with a hand, that's it. No frills, no toys, no nothing. Because that's like the basics. If you could give somebody a good hand spanking, you can spank them in a variety of other ways, because you learn somebody's body more when you're using your hand to spank them. A lot of impact play is learning what your bottom can take. And when I say bottom, I mean the person who is receiving. The top is the person that's giving, or the dom, the sub. But with impact play, I know it sounds crazy, you know, to people who are not into it, like, but it's another form of like that edge play where a lot of trust is built, and you have to learn the person that you're giving that to, so you know if you're giving them too much, if you need to fall back, if you need to, you know, speed it up, slow it down, or whatever. You have to pay attention to the person. Also, the use of safe words is very important to impact play. So if you're in a scene and, oh, I'm just loving my hair today. I'm sorry, distraction. Whew. If you're in a scene and you don't have safe words, I would recommend you not to scene with that person. Like, you know, when I was active in a lifestyle like that, I never would play with anybody that wouldn't let me use a safe word. So for me, I have 2 safe words, and I suggest everybody have them. One safe word is a slow down word, which for regular people, it would be yellow. Yellow means slow down, it's getting to be too much, change directions, change implement, or whatever. And then you have your stop word, which is normally red for beginners. Red means stop. So if I'm in a session with somebody and they say red, that means I have to stop the entire scene, immediately go into aftercare and attending to whatever needs they have or distress that they're in or whatever. outside of that, if you don't hear them 2 words, you are free to go. So it's like, for me, I always like safe words because it keeps everybody in line. And it also allows the dominant to say, okay, I could go as wild as I want until I hear this word. It's a way for you to know for a fact that the person you're dealing with is consenting to what you're doing. The practice of not using safe words, I feel like should be reserved for people who are together and have been together for a while and they know each other. If you just now first meeting somebody, always use safe words. If they don't want to use a safe word, bounce. That's not cool. But anyway, that was my little intro into impact play. Maybe tonight I might shoot something and show you guys some of my toys, like my impact play toys. But I'll throw up some graphics for y'all too, so y'all can see all the stuff I talked about. But I hope you guys have an awesome Friday. Here's to the fucking weekend, y'all. It's here. Enjoy y'all weekend. Don't let nobody irritate you today because it's Friday and today is not a joy stealing day. Smoke some herb if you have to, because you know that's my motto, and I definitely will. Until we meet again, smooches.